So who are you, Mr. Brandon?
Who am I?
Yes,
I am Henry Black's manager.
the manager. A very important character.
Yeah. Sure, yeah.
Oh, don't worry, Mr. Brandon. The old film equipment can make strange noises. Gotta get into character here. Oh, yes. Yes, Mr. Black. All right. Been a while, fuck. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a night of cinematic alchemy here on the Amber Forest podcast. Tonight, we are not merely observers, no. We are voyagers, sailing the dark seas of imagination. And together, we will embark on a journey into the depths of Farlight. Cut. All right. You know, good enough. Wrote on the spot. It's, need some director notes.
I, for one, absolutely loved it.
That was a
really
one-taker. That's an Oscar moment right there. That's a trailer moment right there. Cool. So maybe we should explain to the viewers what's going on here. So
Let's do it.
Yeah, that was a clip from Farlight, our movie that's not out, but that we talk about all the time. So that'd be fun to do, you know, throw the old character costume on, little Terry there. But yeah, we're gonna go through.
Bear.
Yeah, we're gonna go through and pull up some still frames from Farlight and just kind of, you know, talk about it, go through them. And then one day when you watch the movie, you'll be like, I remember the little story they told about this, you know?
Right.
So I gotta take the fucking teeth out, dude. Oh,
Veneers.
fuck, it hurts. Okay. We're gonna go through some still frames from the stuff we've shot for Farlight for our movie so far. And I'm sure you've all heard a billion times, but this movie is 3 independent stories that are all connected. So they're all different horror stories, different characters, same cast. And we're just going to go through it, you know? I don't even know. We're just going to do it. Can you see this, Dustin?
I can see it.
Yeah, so, yeah, this actually is one of my favorite frames, like after coloring it a bit. It's just such a cool... I mean, besides the light being right there, because we're going to probably take that out.
Oh, yeah.
On the right.
That's funny.
But it's kind of
That's
cool.
funny.
Like, even with that, it's like, you know.
It looks like it's, part of the stage anyways.
It kind of does, yeah.
I
But
mean,
yeah,
he
this
is,
Yeah, this was a scene we shot at a theater for the one story last showing. And yeah, I'm trying to remember, was this the one where Josh like had to climb the huge ladder to put the light up and it was like really dangerous? Or was that? I think
No, that was
Oh.
that was when you were giving the speech.
that was a spotlight.
Yeah, that was a spotlight. That was hilarious, but this not only hilarious, it was sketchy.
It was.
But not going to say it was, I'm not saying his danger was funny, but it was
It was a little funny, but
a little bit.
you know.
We could throw that pick up. Let's throw that pick up. That pick of Josh.
Yeah. I don't know if I have
we'll
it.
throw it up. I
Yeah,
got
yeah.
it. I'll send it to you.
That's so funny, dude.
This was a cool one. I remember we did the snow machine on this one, and I was like on top of like a super high ladder trying to get it.
Yeah.
But yeah, these scenes were probably I would say these were maybe the most challenging of the.
You think so?
I think so. Like lighting the stage stuff. Maybe not the wides, obviously. It was more of like the close-ups. I think we were trying to figure it out with motivation and everything.
Right, because we wanted like that red light on the left. Because this scene's a little bit like it's kind of a dreamy-ish scene. Like it turns a little weird. But I really
Right.
wanted that like exit sign light, even though it's not really an exit sign. But I just, because you've seen
Right.
exit sign a couple times in the thing. So yeah, it just took a while to dial in. But it turned out really sick. Some of the close-ups of Baz, actually got one here. I'll pull up.
Yeah, those are some of my favorite close-ups.
Share the little bastard. Yeah, so this one here is one of the close-ups in that scene.
Yeah,
of
that was a
Baz.
fun one.
Yeah,
Different
dude.
angle. Yeah, he's like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, I like how the light was like reflecting on his glasses too.
Mm-hmm.
It just turned out sick. It reminded me of True Detective, like the new season for some reason,
Yeah.
unintentionally.
I gotta say though, after this film, I'm done with glasses.
No way, dude. We got glasses.
It's a
in the
pain
next
in the
one.
arse.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't too bad for this though. Or wait,
We have glasses in the next one? I don't think we do we?
I'm sure at least one of the characters will have glasses for sure. But there's got to be some
Mm.
kind of something you can get that's like more for
Right.
film.
It's the reflection. Yeah, yeah. Something that's like a little bit less reflective.
Well, dude, even in Hedgemill, I had glasses, but I didn't have the lenses in, and you barely even notice, you know, like weirdly. So
I didn't think you had glasses in Hedgemill, but
yeah, I had glasses the whole time.
damn. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, sorry. I forgot. I forgot.
They're called Big Man Fit. I got them at Walmart years ago.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. But
I
yeah,
didn't think Ethan had glasses.
no, in Hedgemill, not Ethan.
I know, but you were saying for the next one.
Oh, I was talking about the next movie, Dusty Jones.
Oh, the next movie. Oh yeah, for sure. I was just saying, yeah.
Yeah.
For Farlight, at least we're not gonna have glasses.
Yeah, I feel like with lighting, it's always like when you can do like contrasting kind of colors, it's
Mhm.
just like perfect. But this light on the right, like it looks kind of blue. I think that was just like daylight color. Because usually when you grade stuff,
Oh, it
like
was.
it looks a little cool, like blue.
Mhm.
And also his wardrobe, like even just a little like pin thing he's got on, like just those little color pops. I feel like they add a lot, like
Mhm.
composition wise, you know.
That's it's because it's blue and red as well as the color of the lighting. So
Yeah, he did a great
kind
job.
of themed.
Yeah, he picked his whole wardrobe pretty
Mhm.
much, and he just did a great job. It's funny, dude.
Totally.
I always see like people doing this on YouTube, but I've never done it. But it's pretty sick. Just like sit here, break down shit.
Oh, talking
It's
about
pretty fun.
this is new for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're listening just on audio, check out the YouTube or the Spotify. You can see the frames.
Okay, so this is another. So this is the same.
yeah.
Yeah, this is like the same setup, but kind of later in the scene.
Yeah.
And this is we're talking about like the snow machine, and that's
Yeah, this was one of my favorite
Yeah.
like scenes.
so cool, dude.
The wide, this is like just showing what's happening overall in the scene, but yes, some of the closes, I don't know if you're going to share some of these closes on Baz, but that was some of my like all-time favorite stuff we
Yeah,
shot.
it looked sick. I don't think I have. I can definitely grab one. Probably be worth. You think it's worth doing?
Micah behind him.
I don't know about that yet.
Yeah, you don't
reveal
wanna,
it.
You don't
I think
wanna do
Baz
that.
already posted it, but whatever.
It's all right.
Yeah, but no, it's funny because this right here, like I was like, we got to do this because I saw your music video where you did this in your garage.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, the Fate music video.
that was the
It
reason.
looks sick.
yeah, man.
Yeah, dude. It was a great little inspiration. I feel like we've done this multiple times where like I'll do something in a music video or we'll do something in Farlight and then I'll steal it for a music video.
Yeah, but we're gonna do that with Old Dog, one of the drone shots.
Yeah.
I think.
The Bones Rooted Under Cloudy Water video is going to be like a inspiration.
Trying to remember, maybe we did turn that light kind of blue, or we had put a gel on it for this. We must have.
I don't know.
The top
I'm not
light.
sure.
I can't remember.
Yeah, maybe. Could have been. I feel like we had to have based on like just seeing the monitor at the time. Because I'm pretty sure it was already graded kind of, or it looked graded kind of.
I wonder if this was literally just turning that red light off, or if we had any other fill light in that first shot, like first part with the red light. Maybe not. Maybe it's just the red light.
Not sure, yeah.
But yeah, even the lamp there. I mean, it's funny because I feel like people, it's like you don't realize how many lights are just fake lights. Like that's not a real lamp light. Like that's something we taped in there,
Yeah.
No, wait, actually. I think that actually is the real one.
Isn't it blended? Oh, because it is the real one because it has the dual color.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
that lamp for like $5 at a thrift store, and the light bulb still worked, but it was like bluish on one side and orange on the other, like orange and teal. It was like fucking cool. So we did.
Yeah,
but
most
normally,
of the time.
Yeah,
Yeah, most of the time we use like aperture bulbs so you can adjust the color temperature of like a lamp just so it can match your key light a little bit better. There's more flexibility.
yeah. What is it?
So-
Aperture. MC
I'm not sure.
something. MC.
Well, the Aperture MC is kind of like a nice little portable light, but then there's the bulbs. Then there's the bulbs, yeah.
Right, yeah.
The MC is great though for just little like eye lights or like little splash of hard light somewhere.
Oh yeah, so this one here from Hedgemill, which is a different story. I love this shot, dude.
Yeah.
Can you see it?
Did you regraded this
Yeah.
film? Okay, so it looks a lot different to me.
Yeah,
now
it's a lot more
than
like
originally.
gritty, like darker.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, because the lamps were a little bit more red before.
Yeah, they
I
were.
remember.
This one though, we had the MC, like the portable light, like above. So it kind of looks like it's candlelight. It's like motivated by the candle, but then like there's close-ups here too that we use the MC for. But I mean, that's the key with lighting. You have something in the frame that's like, oh, it's coming from that, but it's not actually. I mean, I didn't even know that really until like we started like doing more of this. Like I wasn't super aware of lighting.
Totally.
Like, I always assumed.
And you usually want to, you know, the reason the candle's there not only so it's like it's just because like, well, we need to light the actors and there needs to be a motivation for the lighting of the actors, so you have to throw something in the room that convinces the audience that they are lit by that source. So that's the purpose of this.
Yeah, and you kind of gotta, I mean, I feel like we kind of consciously decided like this one's going to be more candlelight and fire lit, and then the first thing we shot Old Dog was like we're going to do lamps and moonlight, and then last showing, like the theater one, that was a little more intense because it was like, well, you got like a massive building that has lights. Like, how do you make it look good, like cinematic? But
yeah, because you have to use like the lights that are in the room to a certain degree.
Yeah,
because you would have to just replace all those.
Yeah, exactly.
Very difficult.
Yeah. Let's see, what do we got next here? This is another head shot. I love that. Like what do you call that? Mono color? When like it's just like one color.
Monochromatic.
Yeah. I think that can be cool sometimes too. Like works really well for this. Yeah. Like the little pool of light on the pillow and the blanket. I feel like Josh is always good with that. He's like, he knows where to put pools of light.
Yeah.
Always does.
100%. Yeah, and that's one thing. It's like with filmmaking, it's usually best to stick to a single source of light as much as you can, because that's like that's generally just the most natural way to film something. But sometimes you want little splashes here and there to like extend that natural light or that one single source, where you can, put some pools like on the bed. In this one it might just be coming from that light.
I think it was.
This is a case. Yeah, this is a case where you definitely could extend that light coming through the window and shining a little bit onto the bed or maybe onto the wall if you just want a little bit of extra extension of it. Extending the one source, essentially.
And we had the Mambo combo stand for this one. It's just so funny. It's this massive light stand that barely fits in the car.
That I've rented from Cinequipped 12 times, the same stand. It's like the only thing I rent from them is this massive combo stand.
Yeah. How tall is it? It's like goes really tall.
Oh, it's 40 plus feet. It seems like, maybe I'm wrong, but it's at least 30 feet.
So yeah, for this we had
big bastard.
Yeah, I think we had a 600D. Was it Aperture 600D coming through the window?
Say so, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I think we probably had a gel on it, or we had LED, or the one where you can turn RGB.
I kind of feel like we're doing gels for this.
I think
we do, because for the Aperture specifically, that big light, I don't think that one definitely wasn't like a RGB. So
no, but you got to be careful because the
this.
Gels do melt. We had a couple of gels melt.
That happens all the time for sure.
Yeah, but yeah, this is literally just to create the moonlight, illusion. It's just a light shining through the window. I mean, that's what it's funny to think back. Like, I just always assumed like lighting in movies was like, oh, that's actually the moon. Like, that's actually like a lamp. It's just funny.
Especially moonlight, you always think is like, it seems convincing. But I mean, and a lot of times, like Nosferatu and the movie Nope, their moonlight was completely filmed in the daytime.
Yeah, day for night.
So it's totally like a fake color grading technique. So it looks like it's moonlight. It's actually the sun that's motivating the moon, or the sun is actually the key light. And then you just take the saturation down, bring the exposure down significantly. Maybe you put a filter to cut some colors, and then you're gonna have your moonlight.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. But it can be hard to nail exposure with doing that. But
Oh yeah,
we pulled her off.
yeah, I like it.
What else we got? Another cool kind of mono color ish shot from last showing. Really like this lighting
Mhm.
setup we did, which again is just another. It's one light coming through the window.
Single source, yeah.
Yeah. What's the color called? It was some cool
That's sodium vapor.
sodium vapor. I love that.
Yeah, it's this old technology that used to be on like light street lights and like sodium vapor lamps or whatever they were called. It's just kind of like this orangish yellow tint to them. Natural tungsten. It's just like really deep and extreme.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the
Yeah. It's
look
like
here.
a motel room. I think we used a big
Right.
gel for this as well. Definitely used a gel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, to me, this is the kind of look you can see. You see like sometimes like Better Call Saul. You have like these like gloomy morning. Just like
Yeah.
this isn't a morning shot, but it can be used for.
It's funny because we could grade it to be a morning shot if we wanted. Like it
Yeah,
could be
exactly.
either, which I think is
Mhm.
cool about like the single source or the single color more stuff.
Yeah, 100%. Totally.
Yeah, we just had like a living room. We're like, okay, how do we make this look like a motel room? Just drag the
Mhm.
futon out, put a old chair in the corner. Pretty cool.
Right.
Yeah, this scene, I don't know. I really liked it because it was like for Baz, it was like he had to kind of get like pretty emotional. And for
Mhm.
me, that was a cool experience, like directing him. Like, because we shot this
Yeah.
before the ending scene, right? Before the
Mhm.
bathroom scene. But I remember he was really getting like teary and stuff. And I was just like, just try it this way. And he would do it. And it would just work so good. I don't know. That was a cool time doing that.
Yeah, that was one of our shorter nights too. I think that was like a 12-hour day, and I couldn't believe it. I was like,
I think so.
12 hours? Are you kidding me? That's it? I was so happy, dude. I got like 7 hours of sleep.
I know. We shot the airport that day, right?
I think so.
And then
Yeah, there was something else we got in the daytime.
All right, what do we got here? Okay, classic, absolutely classic. Half of this like old dog stuff is not gonna. I mean, it's not gonna be used, but just because we were telling the story the other day, this is what we were talking about the other day.
Oh, yeah. You were cramped up in that cage, and I was like cramping while I was filming you.
Yeah.
Dude, classic as hell.
It's a sick shot though. That yellow blanket
It really is.
adds a lot for some reason.
We're gonna definitely. I feel like we should. It would be cool to replicate this shot again in the next old
Yeah,
dog.
for sure. I agree. We still got the kennel, so yeah, that was funny. And we got that light over there on the left. I think we just had some light still on by accident, but we were just too like fucking tired.
It
and-
looks like there's just like a regular light on them.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it was cool. I remember like right out that window, there's like a tree that like crosses. Remember that?
Mm.
Always thought that was cool. But yeah,
You got
not
the
much to
natural moonlight
this.
in the background.
I guess we just had one light in the corner. And then we had moonlight outside set up hitting the trees too.
Yeah,
But yeah,
she works.
she did. So this is another shot from Hedge Mill here. Where is it? The barn.
Mm.
I really liked this stuff.
Love this shot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite scenes
Yep.
in the film for sure.
So if you look like at the door, like on the ground, that was the light we had set up outside to look like moonlight.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had the lantern, and I think I had like a portable light on the back of the lantern to like illuminate Micah and my face and stuff. For a lot of the lantern shots, I
Right.
remember I had one of the Aperture MCs put on there.
Right.
So it looks like it's coming from the lantern, but there's extra light coming in too. And then in the foreground on the left, there's just a splash of more moonlight, which I think we just used maybe an MC as well, just to give a little composition there.
Can't remember, but that sounds about right.
I don't see. Oh no, there's haze. Yeah, I see a bit of
it
haze.
definitely is. Yeah,
Definitely hazed. And Data Village was just right there to the right.
Data Village. Yeah,
I put the picture in there
funny.
in the last one. So these aren't like fully graded. This is another one from the last showing. Really enjoy. Love
yep.
the shot. Fucking love
Yeah,
the
it's a great
shot.
shot.
Such a
One of my
classic
favorites for
feeling shot.
Classic movie theater.
Micah's hat.
Mm-hmm.
So funny. Yeah, so this was like during I was like giving a monologue and they were reacting to it. So, yeah, I don't know. I was just sitting right in front of them on the stage, I think, just doing it to them.
Yeah, no, these were some of my favorite things we shot. I feel like this was kind of like, okay, we're figuring things out, you know.
Yeah, I agree.
With lighting and film. We're like, okay, I think we're figuring stuff out. So
yeah, and then for this we had just a big light in the back to kind of look like a film projector coming through, right?
Yeah.
Which I think looked good. I mean, and
yeah,
just turned out the seat colors really help contrast. But yeah, this is another fucking sick shots right there.
Oh yeah, this was actually one of my favorites we did.
Yeah, this was crazy, dude. So cool, man. So this is an actual projection room at a theater, like where they put the movies and play them. Yeah, and we just turned all the lights off. What did we have? A tube or something behind that pipe?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Terry's looking at basically through like the projector kind of and onto the audience there.
Yeah, so like the audience is watching a movie and he's up there doing some shit and it's kind of a cool thing. But yeah, it was just, I mean, for me, just personally, it was cool to like be in one of those rooms. Be like, oh, this is how it works. That's how they do it.
Yeah, it was so cool. Like I loved that experience being in there.
Yeah, and we got Mike in the
seeing
back.
all the old movie posters from like movies past that were just stored up there, you know, cycling through. Yeah.
And they had old empty film reels and shit too up there.
Yeah, that was really sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably one of my favorites.
Yeah, and then we got a light tucked in the back there. Give some depth. I remember it was insanely loud. Like the fans and machines was so loud.
Yeah. It was kind of hot up there too.
Oh, it was boiling hot, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But I really like this shot.
Oh yeah.
That whole sequence is pretty cool. And I haven't looked at this for a while. The teeth and the fucking wide mouth. So weird, dude. Oh, that's sick. That was the one thing with Terry I had the funnest with was like I had like the veneer things in. Just doing like the big smiles and the weird shit. I really enjoyed.
Yeah, that was great.
Because I do not smile very much. Just because like I've always
Me neither.
Just like with my teeth, I've always had insecurity. So I've kind of like trained my body to like barely smile.
Yeah.
You know,
my teeth are like, I have those teeth that are like, when I smile, you don't see them very much. So it just looks a little odd. So I never smile either.
What else we got? This is just another cool shot that I like. It's that same scene we did the first. The first thing we pulled up. I love this shot. It's just a cool shot. I think
he's a bit of a creepy son of a whore.
He's a strange man.
He's a strange man.
Dirty gloves. Yeah,
Mickey
I forget.
Mouse gloves.
Didn't we put the camera on the dolly and did a push in?
Yeah. Yep.
Something like that. So yeah, we built a dolly from PVC pipe and like boards and wheels. And a dolly, I don't know, for anyone who doesn't know, it's just like a thing. It's like tracks for the camera basically, just so you can do like cinematic movement.
It's like a cart that's like fixed in place. You push forward or you pull back and nice smooth movement. Because that's the thing people maybe don't realize about like film cameras specifically. It's not like your DSLR camera that has like auto stabilization. It's not like you can't just move it and it stabilizes your image perfectly. That's like iPhones and like DSLRs. That's like way different. There's just the sensitivity of like the sensors on a film camera. Now there are some cameras out there that are adding, you know, auto stabilization like the AS7 III or FX3, FX6, all those. I don't know if FX6 has it, but FX3 for sure. But there's always compromises when you add that kind of stuff.
Yep.
So film cameras generally, you have to do all the stabilization in the movement, and that's why people, rent crazy cranes that move the camera down in like a sweeping motion. It's like those shots cost so much money just because you need the mechanical equipment to do that.
Exactly.
But so building our own dolly was great for this.
Yeah, and we used a decent amount, I feel like.
Oh, totally, yeah.
It was well worth it.
Because Hedge Mill was a lot of handheld, and we were like, we want to upgrade a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like the dolly shots, there was quite a few. And it just adds something. Like, it just makes it look way more cinematic. Even just having a few.
Totally.
Like, when they're, like, leaving a room or something like that. Like, it's just really cool.
Yeah. It makes it look like a movie.
So this was kind of show, like, the Christmassy lobby look.
Yeah, the lobby. Christmas time.
That was
fun.
Yeah, I like how we got that set up and looking.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was rough to set that up, but we got it. We definitely got her. So yeah, we got the Christmas tree in the back, some lights. I don't remember what we did I think for the lobby we did like the diffusion. So we had a light and then we put up like muslin, didn't we?
Yep. Yeah, we had a big sheet of unbleached muslin, I think. But there's also, I believe we did like a little bit of lantern for this.
Oh, we did. We had a lantern
just to
hanging
cast a little bit more fill in the room with the key. So it was a little bit more, just a little softer and a little less directed. Because we have Christmas lights and all these practicals. So you're trying to create a more like diffused, kind of like more outward expansion of light instead of just like focused in on a singular point.
Yeah.
So that made sense to use the lantern style for this.
Yeah. So we had the lantern just directly above. And the lantern is basically just, it's a light inside, like the cover is called the lantern. So it's kind of like a big circle dome type thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but then we had I think maybe we used my panel light, whatever that square one is, through muslin. But muslin just softens the light, basically, and diffuses it.
Yeah, it's just a material. It's kind of like a sheet of, it's what people use for like fabric tests and like measuring stuff. And, but it's great we used a massive sheet that we sewed together. It was like 8 by 8 feet, which actually, if you buy those, they're insanely expensive. But if you buy small muslin pieces, it's way less.
Yeah.
And then you can just sew them together, which is what we did. And I don't think we used any for this shot, but I could be wrong. I think
Maybe
that was
not.
more of the daytime.
Yeah,
I think that was
you're
the
right.
daytime stuff.
Maybe a little bit, but yeah, this was when we had like extras and stuff. So
Yeah.
this is one of my favorite shots. They're all my favorite shots. But from the original Old Dog that we shot, I fucking love this, dude.
Yeah, this was classic.
Yeah, man. Such a cool frame.
I can't wait to just like redo this story in this vibe and just take everything we did great and just like enhance that. You know what I mean?
Do it in 8K. Yeah.
Yeah. Not in the AS7S or A7S3 or whatever.
Yeah. But this with the rain, it was literally a hose, thumb on the hose, and it worked fucking perfect.
It works great.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Don't need a rain tower.
Nope. I think we were considering building one for something, weren't we? I don't think it was for this.
Yeah, we might do that for the next one because it's going to be a little bit wider.
Yeah.
You'd have to have like a lot of hoses running at once to like get a wide
like
enough.
20 hoses going.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But I don't know. It's just now it's funny because I feel like at the moment, I mean, we think a bit about composition, but we always just do. It's like this looks good to us, right? But just when you kind of break the composition down, it's so interesting because like the focus is actually at the right of the frame.
Mm-hmm.
But some reason it just looks fucking like if it was in the center, it probably wouldn't look as cinematic. So I just find composition so interesting.
Yeah, that's like one of my favorite parts. I just love that. Like treating every frame as like an art, like if someone's painting it.
Yeah.
And this isn't the most filled composition, but but the focus is on the grave. And I can't remember what this shot was, if this was like a still shot. Oh, this was like the rain was bouncing off the shovel in this.
Yeah.
And that was a big part of the left side of the frame.
Yep.
So that's how it balanced out,
Yeah, 100%.
Really nice.
But even just, like if you took the sunflower out, again, it would be a little more boring. So just having that splash of contrast, I feel,
totally
just really adds so much. So cool. Yeah, I love that shot. Oh, what else do we got here? I know this right here was one of your favorites. You really liked this shot right here. The classic cigarette thing.
The push in and then the music coming up in the back. I really did like this. Especially with how like the sound was kind of designed in this shot, like in that original edit. It really felt like a film. I was like, wow, this is great. I really liked it. And I think to me this feels a little bit more like a yard light than moonlight because it is
Yeah, for
stronger
sure,
and
I
it's
agree.
brighter. And I think that works too. But it's just, man, it was a great shot because you like laid down into it and then like lit the cigarette and it was a push in.
Yeah. I feel like we got to do, because this scene is not in the new one, but I feel like we could do this shot just in a different scene. Like even if he's laying on the bed, he would smoke inside, you know? Just
Well, a
do the same
big
shit.
part of it for this first film was using like the DSLR, camera, like the A7S3, whatever it's called. I always screw up the order, but it has so much flexibility with the auto stabilization, and you can use a gimbal, and you can do all these like cinematic movements for cheap. And the problem is once you actually upgrade to a cinema camera, all of your flexibility is like almost thrown out the window.
Right.
So it limits you a little bit more. But what I would love to do is like take the flexibility and mobility and movement freedom we had in this first story and translate that to the next project, but with, real gear, so to speak. Not to say that nothing against the Sony. I mean, it looks great, but it's just,
The Sony's offended for sure.
yeah, that's okay. I mean, the creator was a great film, so
I never
looked
saw
good.
that.
I actually never saw it either.
Yeah.
I just said that because the trailer, but it looks good.
That's funny.
But you can, people know, if you know, it's like you can tell it's not, it's no Ari Alexa.
No, for sure. This is kind of a random one, but I really liked this because it was so just a cool fucking look. The chicken
Oh, yeah.
shack.
Totally.
Yep.
Fucking love it.
I think that was the normal light in there, wasn't it? Just the light that was in there?
I don't think so.
Really? I remember
No,
it
I
was
don't think
swinging
so.
and stuff. Unless we put a light in there.
Yeah, I think there is a light in there, but I think we added something. I can't remember though. I couldn't tell. Can't totally remember. Dude, this makes me honestly like my just obsession, like is seeing all these like stills. I just want to color grade right now so badly, like the film with you.
Yeah.
I'm like, we need to sit down and grade this now.
Yeah,
Like, finish the grade. Let's finish the grade.
yeah, I know.
Because like that's part of it is you see these shots and they will look pretty similar to all these, but it's like there's these little details in the color and the contrast that change when you actually like color grade it. And it's one of my favorite things about like post production, and I know that you enjoy it too. And we both kind of have similar preferences with grading. It's just you can do so much with it, and that's really where like a movie looks like a movie starts to look like one.
Yeah, 100%.
So yeah, it just makes me like I'm like itching to like
Yeah.
start grading. But I do love this shot because you have the moonlight coming through the trees before it hits the shed,
Yeah.
and that really gives it like a nice authentic look. If you were to just splash moonlight on the shed, moonlight quote unquote, it's not going to look quite as authentic as if it's coming through the trees.
Yeah. I feel like
which
that
is
was
natural. So
that was a Josh idea. He's always
Totally.
he always keeps that in mind.
yeah, we always talk a big game when it comes to lighting, but really it's just Josh doing.
Yeah,
everything.
he's the mastermind behind it.
Absolutely.
And then we had
100%.
the bug fogger haze in this one.
yeah,
It's a lot denser.
that outdoor fog machine. Yeah.
Yeah. That was cool. And then Hedge Mill comes out. Big clonking boots.
Yeah.
The boot shot. This was another just cool random shot from Hedge Mill. It was from Hedge Mill. I really liked the plane, burning plane. Just thought that was sick.
Totally.
Largely enjoyed
Love it.
that. Some ashes on there.
Totally.
Fucking vibe.
I absolutely love those burn barrel scenes. And that's the burn barrel that started the dumpster fire.
Yep, it certainly is. What else we got here? Couple more little bastards. just some more stuff from in the cinema. This is a cool one because, this was cool because those lamps on the walls again are fake. Like we put them up and put the I think it was MCs and bulbs. Yeah,
What are those called? I forget.
dude, I
that.
can't remember.
There's a name for lights that are mounted to the side of a wall like that in a movie theater, and I cannot think of
sconce,
sconce.
wall sconce. Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that.
That's right.
And put the Christmas.
Well, I mean,
lights.
those are in movie theaters. That exists.
Yeah.
It's just that this theater didn't actually have those, so we had to put them there.
Yep. And then there's the exit signs I was talking about earlier. So I wanted that motivation coming from the sign in that scene.
Yeah, and the reason we had those sconces too was so that when we go in the close up, there's a reason that the character's actually lit.
Exactly.
You know?
Yep.
Because it's like, what else is going to be the motivation? Because that's what people don't think about is like, if someone's face is illuminated in a shot, it's got to be illuminated for a reason. It can't just be, oh, that's a cinema light setup. Well, it's like, well, yeah, you don't want people to know that it's the shot's lit. You have to like motivate the light with something real in the scene that could pass as the reason someone's illuminated.
Exactly.
And the higher production films, like the bigger budget, the better looking films you see, they master like light motivation more than anyone. And then lower budget is usually there's less motivation for certain lighting. And like we're still obviously learning, but it's just kind of like that's what you aspire to is the illusion of that. Yeah.
Yeah. I like the Christmas lights too that we put down there.
Mm-hmm.
It looks sick.
Yeah. Love it.
Baz. Mid-punch.
Damn.
Fucking
That
beast.
must have hurt.
Yeah, dude, the blood. Dude.
I would not want to be in that position.
Yeah, man. So this was like, he was like straddling me basically, kind of, I think. And I was like under him with the camera from what I remember. Yeah. And it was so funny, dude, because he's like punching and you and Micah were flicking blood on him to make it look like blood was coming up. And in the screen, you just see Micah's hand like his fingers fucking going. So funny. So I had to punch in, but
yeah,
it looked so fucking cool. And this light is actually like a classic film light, I think, like that Josh had, right?
Yeah, it's like an old school film light. And this is actually supposed to be a film light that Terry sets up essentially.
Yeah.
Well, we don't have to give it away or not, but this is actually not supposed to be something that's naturally in this scene. It's actually artificially placed in the movie.
Right.
So it works perfect.
Yeah.
You don't have to motivate it because it literally is what it is.
Yeah, that thing was bright. Insanely bright.
Mm-hmm.
Just in a bathroom at 5 a.m.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this was like 5, 6 in the morning.
So funny. But yeah, so sick, dude. I love it. I can't wait to fucking show people all this, man.
Yeah.
So cool. This is just another, for some reason, this frame of Baz. It reminds me of like a classic Hallmark movie. Just the way he's smiling. Like it's just total Hallmark movie.
The reason this is so Hallmark is because it's like daylit.
Yeah.
So this is like a daytime shot, which we, mainly do nighttime stuff. And Josh loved setting this shot up because...
Oh, yeah, he did.
Because this is where we had the muslin, right? So we had the key light in a dome shooting through the muslin to hit Baz and Micah in the scene. And then Josh had a spotlight mount, I think maybe outside or in the entryway, to hit through the windows to like create that splash effect on the background.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Absolutely love that. And that should be emulating the sun hitting like a harsh daylight. So this is all like...
So this is all still mostly fake light, right?
Everything. Yeah.
Oh, because we covered the windows, didn't we?
There's a little bit of natural window light though. And that's just filling the room like from the sun. Oh no, were the windows blacked out?
Yeah, we blacked
I
them
kinda feel
out.
like they were.
We did.
Interesting.
Yeah, Josh nailed this. Yeah, that whole thing in the background, I would have never thought to do that.
Yeah, that's where Josh comes in handy for sure.
Yeah.
Those little splashes are huge. So
Yeah, massive, dude. Popcorn machine light back there.
oh, the popcorn machine here was amazing.
It was pretty cool.
Dude, I ate so much of that popcorn.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I didn't have any, I don't think.
Dude. Cannot believe that.
Well, I guess we'll do one more and we talk about it all for a sec.
Sure.
So this one I really like. I think this shot might have been your idea. This angle. Right there. Cool shot.
Yeah.
Such a cool shot, dude.
That's one of my favorites, especially when it lands.
Yeah. Yeah, when the popcorn bucket lands because you throw it at me. You're like
I will
a
say-
bully.
I will say I played the bully in this, and you only gave me like one take. I didn't get to
Yeah,
try
two.
it again.
You had 2 takes.
I had 2 takes.
But it was great. It's because it was like perfect. The
It
way
was
you
a
said
quick
it.
little thing. This was also at 6:30 a.m.
Yeah.
Dude, I love setting this lobby up though with the light in the candy
Oh, I
section
know.
there.
On the right, top
Dude,
right.
this lobby scene, like the intro, I fucking love it.
Yeah, it's sick.
But
dude.
yeah, this is literally like, I think this is probably, it's got to be one of my favorite frames for sure.
It's just so classic feeling.
Wide lens too,
Yeah, dude.
because you can tell, yeah, based on like the warped perspectives.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the popcorn bucket landed perfectly upward.
Yeah,
I thought
it
was
did.
so funny. Watch it, freak. Such a good line. The way you said it was like you knew exactly how you were gonna say that. It was great. It's so funny. But this was where it was like fucking 5:30, and we like Mike is sleeping in his car, and we go. I
Oh,
think
yeah.
did you go to wake him up?
You made me go out and wake him up, and I was like,
So
no. And then I knock on he's like in the car. I like knock on it, and he just looks at me with pure disdain, just so pissed.
Dude, he was probably just absolutely out of it. I bet. He was
Oh,
probably
dude. I
just-
mean, he was asleep. I don't blame him.
dude. Yeah, he was like, I can't believe you guys made me get up to fucking play a bully at 5 a.m. And he put his hoodie on and like squeezed the hood
Yeah,
like,
he
all
was
the
just
way.
like a little greasy man.
Just fucking flick some popcorn. Greasy man. So good, dude. Oh, I have a picture of it somewhere that's so fucking funny. But
Throw it up. Throw it up.
yeah, I got 100%
Ugh.
throw it up.
Yeah, I was in the Letterman's jacket in this. I whipped up my old high school Letterman's jacket for this.
That was great. It looked so good. But yeah, anyways, we'll just real quick just show the full lobby wide because it was pretty sick. Good to talk about. Where the ass is it right here? Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Right there.
Loved it.
Yeah.
Absolutely loved it.
Yeah, it was cool. So that was all our own lighting, obviously.
Yeah. I enjoyed it heavily. Yeah, we brought in pretty much everything.
Yeah, those are all our props, except for the
Yeah.
candy. But yeah, we put a tube light down there. Was it the one you used for your the podcast? One of those.
Yeah, so the light I use here, which is like it looks like a lightsaber essentially. It's a tube light. We put that in the candy area, and then the practicals were already there. The hanging lights, they were there.
Oh, they were. Yeah.
But like everything else was pretty much, yeah, we pretty much designed everything. I got the gumball machine. That's the spinning gumball. I literally bought the gumball machine just for like to be used in the lobby somewhere.
Yeah. It looked
Don't
great.
know if it made that much sense, but I just love the vibe of it, you know?
Yeah. No, it's cool, man. There's, like a weird dance sequence, which I still feel
Yeah,
like
I
a little,
love it, dude.
a little weird about. But yeah, wide shots I feel like are just always like a little harder to pull off. And there's only so much you can do. I mean, we were backed up as far as we could go with the camera.
Yeah, with indie filmmaking, it's like, what do you do?
Yeah, wides are the hardest, I feel. To make them look cinematic, because you're not getting the same depth of field, you know?
But the cool thing about this shot is at least the composition's like nice and filled out.
Yeah,
You know.
100%.
It'd be cool if there's like a, extra sign in the back corner there, balance it out a little bit more.
Yeah,
if you're just
right.
if you had all the budget in the world and the time, but it's still like a fairly balanced scene. And, with when you don't have the depth, and I'm okay with deep focus shots.
Yeah,
too.
I think it's cool. It works. People know
Yeah.
it's an indie film.
Totally.
But yeah, so I think that's all we're gonna go through. But just kind of
Awesome.
give you all an idea of the, the vibe, the
Yeah,
movie.
fun little breakdowns.
Yeah.
just like seeing some of that stuff, like my mind's just racing right now. Like I'm like, oh man, maybe we should have done this or maybe we should have done that. And I love everything we looked at too. But it's just like you get in that zone or you're obsessed, you know?
That's good though.
I'm just
It's an asset.
It is good. It's the passion that goes behind it.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, 100%. I mean, I have that with some stuff, but I just always know it's like it's going to turn out great. And it's like stuff we didn't do, we can do next time. Like we know how to do it different.
It's never a negative thing. It's just the passion for creating something. You're like, oh, like you like the the impulse to change something is also the impulse to create something.
Exactly, yeah.
And it's like that's why I think it's easy to always like see past things you do and not be satisfied because you're like in a creative mood, not a receptive mood of just what is. You want to create something that isn't. So it's like, yeah, but it's fun. I mean, that's why we do it.
And I mean, for this time we had and constraints we had, I feel like we maxed out what we could do. Like we really pulled it off, and you know,
Totally, yeah.
it was a little tough.
Still got one more to go.
Still one more to go, boys. Hopefully, that's just absolutely fucking epic.
I think it will be.
It literally has to be. We can't.
And I know when we storyboard it, like we're going to be very cognizant and purposeful about a lot of the shot. Like everything's going to be planned and yeah.
Yeah, I feel like for some reason too, I have a better awareness of like scenes now or like different angles that would work. And like, oh, we should put this angle in. Just even like when a car drives away, like get a close up on the tire spinning just for a second, and then just shit that, you know.
It's really important, and that stuff really can add up like a lot.
Yeah, definitely does. Yeah. Guess that's it. That's it.
Now I'm just like pumped to keep filming.
Yeah, me too. Well, you're about to head to Vegas. I mean, you'll be back by when this comes out, right? But
yeah, yep, gonna probably talk to some I don't know, like technology companies there, like film companies, post-production stuff, people who, you know, work in the film industry, and it'll be a fun time. Probably gamble a little bit.
Nice. Maybe you'll come back and be like, boys, we're making a movie.
We just got an Ari Alexa.
Hundreds of thousands. Hey, you never know.
Dude, so if I won $100,000 in Vegas, yeah, the next film would be financed. I'll tell you that. It's a little risky to just take $100,000 of your own money and finance a film, but it'd be fun.
Yeah.
I would deck the studio out for sure.
Yeah.
And then definitely get an Ari immediately. Or would I get the Blackmagic 17K 65mm camera? I don't know.
Yeah,
the
dude.
Ursa.
That's true. Yeah. Hopefully will they have it there? You can actually look at it and stuff. Probably.
Hopefully it'd be nice. The sensor's like this big.
Yeah.
Massive.
It's a honker.
Yeah. It's sharp as hell. Sharp as a dang tack.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I just feel like at this point, though, it's like if we had a budget at all, I feel like we could do so much because we've done so much with like not
with
much
absolutely
of a budget.
Nothing. Yeah.
So it's just
with
good.
Some money, but not like legit.
Yeah.
You know,
not old money.
I think no. No, I think yeah, we could do some great stuff. I think learning from doing stuff with nothing really like makes you efficient and informs planning in the future.
Yeah, man. A lot of times too, I feel like anytime I've taught, because I know some people that's like written a sick film and they're like, they got like a pitch deck and all this stuff, but they've never ever made it because they're like, oh, I need to get funding for it. Like, that's kind of the first thing. So I feel like it's nice when you're like, you know what, fuck that. We're doing it anyway, you know.
And also not being afraid to like,
yeah,
it's not always going to be perfect.
No,
it's not always going to be perfect either. And it's like, you're going to shoot some stuff and you're like, yeah, I wasn't like super stoked about it. But I mean, that even happens with major budget stuff.
Yeah.
There's just like, especially stuff you have to shoot outside, rely on weather. You know, stuff's going to be unexpected, but it's just worth going after and doing something and then go on to the next thing and be like, okay, now this is going to be way, way better. And I'm going to increase my budget a little bit and I'm going to increase, just try to like refine little things here and there. And eventually you're, making movies. So yeah, I think it's really, I don't know. A lot of people say, oh, don't do something until you do it right. But I don't know if I necessarily agree with that mindset. I think you just do whatever you can with whatever you have. Like,
I agree, because otherwise you might just never do it. Because it's so easy to get caught in that loop of like, oh, it's not good enough yet. I'm not ready. You know.
exactly.
Yeah. I mean, even for me, I hate that it's even taken us like 3 years or however many years to do, but
But
just
next
is what it
time
is.
it's going to take a month.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
Yep.
because we'll have the whole thing scheduled out. And I think part of it for this one is the 3 stories is definitely the reason it took so long.
Yeah, it's like one of the hardest things we could have possibly done, which is awesome. I'm glad.
The most difficult thing you could possibly do is your first movie. But yeah, it'll be worth it. The experience.
I was just going to say, I feel like horror movies could be an easy first movie if it was just a generic like slasher movie. But
Yeah,
I don't-
it can be.
but this
Yeah.
is definitely not. It's a weird,
No.
I don't know, movie. But and next week should be our Easter special with the boys,
I'm
Amber
excited.
Forest crew. Dude, we should just do fake sponsor videos just for fun.
That would be funny.
Those little capsules that you put in water and it grows like a dinosaur or something.
Oh, dude, you know what the best was? The oatmeal that had the dinosaur
my-
eggs in it.
Bro, oh, my god, dude. Holy hell.
And you fucking put the hot milk on it, and the dinosaurs
Oh, yeah.
hatched. They fucking hatched out of the eggs.
That's funny. I loved that stuff, dude. The eggs tasted so good too.
Oh, fuck yeah.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I loved that. Oatmeal. I loved the brown sugar oatmeal too.
Mm.
Just fucking open it. Sometimes I would just crank open a pack and just down it without even putting water in it.
They put so much sugar
So
in those
much
like
sugar.
packets.
Oh yeah.
You're like, yeah, it's healthy. It's oatmeal, you know?
I know, it's so funny.
That's awesome, dude. I
Yeah,
love that stuff.
great. All right, everybody. Make sure to hit the sub, hit the hit the like, hit the sub, all that.
Hit
And
the comment.
check out the merch. Check out the
Yeah.
Farlight trailer.
Drop any questions.
Yeah, drop some questions. Anything about the frames or whatever, too.
Whatever the hell you want.
And we will catch you in the Easter special next week. All right. Catch you in the next one, guys. Yes.
Peace.
Catch you in the next one, sire. Yes. All right.